What is happening, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Life of a Jobbing Plumber. I'm having to do the intro now because I lost the footage from the original one. It was only really explaining what's going on with this job that I'm going to now. So, what it is basically I got called out to a leak through a ceiling. The tenant diagnosed it himself as it being the bath taps. They are old single taps with washers in. You'll see what I mean when you get the cheap nasty things, and if you don't turn them off properly, they tend to dribble back down the spout. If it's not silicone underneath or there's no washer underneath, it runs down underneath the bath. So yeah, I'd already been out to this one to confirm that and found a leak on the tap connector on the basin as well. So that is what we're walking into. That is the backstory behind it, to clear any confusion. Don't forget to like this video, consider subscribing if you haven't done already, and drop a comment down below. I love reading through all your comments. And I'll see you in about 3 seconds in the episode. So as I just said, a couple of jobs to do. One of them is a leaking tap connector on this tap, and we're swapping out these bath taps because basically tenants don't shut the water off properly, or the stifters turn off. It runs down there and has started soaking underneath the bath. So swap them out as well. It should be pretty easy on plastic tap connectors. But look at this one I found under the bath. There's no use there, is it? It's not in use now anyway. I'm only messing. It's got a combi and there's a plug socket down there as well. Oh, that's not live. I've just shut the water off. As I said, it's on a combi, so that's hot and cold off. Open them up. We'll get disconnecting these taps off. We're swapping them out for Swirl one from Screwfix. 10 years guarantee apparently. With a shower attachment. Even though they've got an electric shower, they want a shower attachment off the taps as well, which is no dramas. But hopefully they will fit in them tap holes. 180mm they should be, providing the installer of the bath didn't drill the hole himself and not do them 180. Seems pretty good. Good quality tap. My God, that is tight, man. Fucking hell. What the hell, man? It's so tight. That's the easy one I can get to. Oh, shit. Got it. We got it with some bigger wristables. Definitely gonna need new washers in them. I don't enjoy doing bath taps. Get in awkward positions and then end up with bloody backache. This one's not too bad though. Plenty space behind it. Still got the original plastic on the bath. Lazy gits. Get the box spanner in on this back one. Better? It's got O-rings on the bottom, so we don't need to seal this up. Beautiful. And then we've got a rubber and a plastic nut for the underside. These have got 3/4 rubber washers in. I don't think I'll have any of them, but I've got 3/4 fibre washers because I think these are knackered. Yeah, it doesn't look too healthy, that. See what a 3/4 fibre one fits in like. Should work, shouldn't it? I don't see why not. It's a bit baggy, but we'll just have to see. I don't know why I started with the easy one first. Bugger it. This ain't gonna be easy. Oh, fucking hell. Get a Tapex kit. Fuck off. Come on, you little bugger. We got it. Hook your Tapex kit. That one is a fibre washer. It's a little bit iddle-de-piddle-de this pipe work. Oh, that fits on nice, mate. Beautiful. Nail it. How do these get round the regs? Surely there should be a double check valve on the bath. Hot and cold now, because what's stopping that? Sitting in the bath water. You know, when it's full. Back siphonage and all that. Well, you know what I mean. There's a double check valve on hot and cold just behind this corner here. Just in case it is in the regs. Ready for water back on now. I'm sure as shit these two are gonna leak. Looking pretty good. I'm surprised. Ah, fucking. It's my one and only brain cell gone. Keep an eye on that for a good few minutes before putting the bath panel back on. I think the hot and cold are the wrong way around here as well. Yep. Because they're colour coded, the heads, I've just swapped them over. Make sure they're at least labelled up correctly, even if they're not piped up correctly. Could have swapped it under here, but it's a landlord's job. It's rented. It is what it is. That should be it. Bath panel on. See you later. So this next one is a job I've never had to do before. Got to replace a couple of parts on this concealed shower, but it's not the thermostat or the cartridges or anything like that. It's these two here, which turn out to be isolation valves with double check valves, or check valves in them, and filters. The customer supplied the new ones, thankfully, because I had no idea where he'd get them from. I'm not even sure what the make of the shower is. And he's bought a 25mm socket for his ratchet to get them off. But first we'll turn the water off. It's on a combi this, so just the stop tap's enough, and double check the hot and cold are off. It's going to give me, though, the opportunity to try out this Pitbull funnel. Very similar to another brand. But yeah, it's to direct water to where you want it, basically. So I'm just going to put that underneath the shower to stop any water running behind the tiles, if that makes sense. The customer has put some up there, but I'm going to try this. See if it's any good or not. It's by Today's Tools. So I'll slide it under there. Any water that drips out will run down that back into the bath. Happy days. I'm just going to remove these chrome covers because it won't allow enough access for the socket to get in. I thought these would be tighter than I thought these would be tighter than they actually was, but thankfully they weren't, so they came off quite easy. Either that or it's the King Dick ratchet doing all the work, but his socket worked perfectly. The old part that I'm replacing is coming out in parts, so that's the isolation valve side of things. And then the check valve's going to come out, and then the filter last, so in 3 pieces, whereas obviously the new ones, as you've seen, are just one complete unit. The check valve comes out nice and easy with some long nose pliers. But the filter, on the other hand, was an absolute pig to get out. I had to get a bent pick and try and get behind it to just pull it out, basically. You'll see in a second. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm thinking, I hope the customer's got the right part as well, because I don't know if this is going to go back together again. Just going to try in the new one, but it obviously won't even start on its thread because the filter's stuck there in the back. As I said, get a pick in there to try and just get behind it and pull it out. It just does not want to go, though. It was doing my tree in, and now I'm starting to panic, thinking, if I can't get this out, I'm even going to get the new stuff back in. The filter itself's come out, but the ring what secures it in, the plastic ring, was not coming out. Eventually it came out. Now I'm just going to put some silicone grease on these O-rings just to aid it going back. Probably didn't need it, but I silicone grease everything. I'm just one of them guys. You never like to go in dry. You've always got to lube up. But so far, it's looking good for this customer. I was made up when this new one went in. It's looking like the right part. It's looking like it fits. And it's turning out to be an easy job for something I've never done before. I didn't even realise these were even on, concealed showers. I've never even took any notice, but I didn't think it was going to be such an easy fix. Now that one's done, we can put the chrome cover back on. It was just in the way. Now I've got to try and remove the next one, which came out a piece of piss. Probably because I'd had practice on the top one. We'll take that out. And the filter stayed in the back this time, so we'll pull that out, which is, again, easy enough. And just double check. There's nothing in the back there, using some finger action, some finger blasting action. Had plenty of practice with that. Not on the ladies. On the shower. And again, silicone grease up the new one. There's the filter, there's the check valve, and there's the isolation valve. I don't know. I know why the filter's on there, and I know why the check valve's on there, but I don't know why there's an isolation valve on there. I have no idea. What does it reduce flow? Not sure. Obviously, the filter's on there to stop debris damaging the cartridge. The check valve's on there to stop the difference in pressures between hot and cold. You'd think. But I don't know why the isolation valve's there. So we'll get that dried up before turning the water on, just to make sure nothing's leaking. Chrome cover back on the bottom. Get that tap shut off. Water back on and test everything. And this turned out to be working just fine. And I got a Brucey bonus because the customer took everything else off, and he was like, "I'll put everything back on. I took it off. I know where it all goes." So it saved me scratching my head like, what's what here? Do you know what I mean? So that was a Brucey bonus. However, it wasn't priced, so I just reflected on the price that I didn't have to stay there any longer, putting things back together. Gave a test on the hot and cold water, and it worked absolutely sound. So happy days. On to the next one. This job is a toilet which isn't flushing every time, or even most times. Now, it's a pneumatic siphon in this, so we're just going to remove the front panel. to reveal the button. I've already been out to this to diagnose it, so that's why I'm going straight into it and not testing the tubes or anything like that. It is a fault with the actual button itself, and I'll just show you what's inside and how we repair it. Easy for me to say, not. This is the problem right here. I think it's called a bellow. And when you press that down, obviously it shoots a dart of air to lift up the flush valve and flush it, but because it's got a tear in it, it's not shooting enough air down to cause enough pressure to lift the flush valve up. So I've got a new one. To be fair, I just got it off eBay. It was about £6 or £7, not a lot. But I've not chopped this video up or anything like that. So it's real time how long it actually took me to repair this toilet. And it's just under 2 minutes. So it's a nice, easy job. However, I have been out, like I said before, to diagnose it. So 2 visits, unfortunately. Could keep these on the van, but you don't see many pneumatic flush valves. In my opinion, they're probably the worst. There's nothing up with a cable operated one. Straighten up the button, obviously, before putting it back in. And we're just going to clip back on the air pipe. Push the front cover back on. Shut the doors, test it, and get out of here. Oh, no. I've got to get paid and get out of here. Look at that. Beautiful. Thanks for watching. Yay!